everything's packed. So here starts my journey for Poland 360. Well, honestly, it started like 20 minutes ago, but I got a ferry to catch and I don't want to miss it, so I'll use the time while I'm driving to have a little chat. My reason for making these videos is I attend a lot of IPSC matches, and when I get home, I get a lot of questions asked about how was the match, is it worth attending? I thought I might as well just document the trip. So in the end of this video, I'm gonna give my review of the match, tell you what I think of it, like the overall organization, was the stage is good, all the important stuff. And I'm also gonna break down how much I spend on this trip. This is the first time actually I'm going on a trip this far alone, because, well, honestly, I'm an idiot. I thought that I had made plans with my friends, turns out it was another match. Yeah, learn from my mistakes and just go there by myself. But honestly, the trip is not that bad. I have to drive for 2 hours, then I take a ferry for 2 hours. After that, I have a 4.5, 5 hours driving. And I chosen to drive at night because, well, honestly, there's no traffic and the ferry is a hell of a lot cheaper. It's almost half price. So why not? I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna get there at like, I don't know, 7, 8 in the morning. So save some money, why not? I'm down for that. That was easy. Let's see, lane 1. Ferry leaves in half an hour. Better be early than late, right? So it's actually quite windy outside. It's gonna be a 2-hour ride. So we have arrived at Rostock. It's 4 in the morning and we got a couple of hours to drive now. Well, I say we, I mean me. So we had pretty rough seas with the ferry, but it's all good. If anybody was wondering how it is to travel from country to country with guns, well, that's how easy it is. You just drive across. Of course, I have my gun passport and my real passport, but that's it. That's how it is. We just drive across. I have my guns in a hard case. I think that's the law here in Germany. You have to have your guns locked in a case, so they're in the trunk. But that's it. Gun passport. I totally forgot here in Germany. It costs €1 to use the bathroom. What happens? Everybody goes to the woods. like I just did. Let's see how easy it is to get into Poland from Germany. And I think that was it. We're now in Poland. So, that's it. Show's over. So it turns out my cheap hotel room was a whole apartment. Here we are Saturday morning, getting ready for the first day on the range. Checking all my equipment, getting my range bag ready, making sure I put my guns in my bag. I got all my snacks, everything. I just went to check out the breakfast in the hotel. Not really all that good. So it's good that my hotel room is a little apartment with its own kitchen. So I'm just gonna make my own breakfast while I check my equipment. The weather seems nice, thankfully. When we got here yesterday, it was actually very cold. It was very windy. It was cloudy. Right now it's 8 degrees. Doesn't seem as much, but it's completely quiet. The wind is dead. So it's no problem. No big deal. And it's gonna, of course, gonna be warmer. It's like 6:30 now. So of course it's gonna be warmer later. Really looking forward to that. Yeah, nothing worse shooting in cold weather. I hate it, but yeah. Let's see. Let's get some breakfast. Everything is packed. Everything's ready. Morning. Yeah, thank you. Mornings.
Always late.
Late?
Velkommen til, velkommen til.
Right on time.
Bye.
First stage and I forgot to turn on my hit cam. Don't worry, it was weekend. Boring. Next.
Are you ready? Stand by. you're finished and load them so clear. If we have it on a holster.
Second stage, I already have a mic and a nose shoot, but somehow I still won the stage. What?
Stand by.
Yep, another mic. 3 stages shot, 2 mics already. This is a very bad start for me. My morale was not good. Let's see if I can pull it together.
Stand by.
Guess that's a no. Don't forget the safety, you dumbass.
Holster.
Five.
I can't control my hands. I'm nervous. I can see it when I shoot.
Finish unloading, so clear. Stand by.
And this is where my Insta360 headcam decided to take a small nap.
Stand by. Unload so clear. If clear, hammer down.
Five.
You can't catch them all. Day 1 of shooting is over. Just got back from the hotel, had a change of clothes, cold shower, no hot water, just what you need, right? I'm gonna reserve my final judgment of the match when we're done. Today we only shot the one long course, the rest was short, medium, so it's hard to judge the match as a whole so far. The only small criticism I have so far is some of the ROs. Come on, man, you have to be just a little bit more professional. Know the basic rules and just be a little bit professional. That's all I'm asking. But so far, amazing weather. So now we're gonna go get some beers, have some fun, talk some shit. We'll see you back tomorrow on the range. great morning, lovely sunrise. Not the best stage to start on. It was so hard to see that target. Here's something you don't see often, a medium strong hand only course. This stage was pretty cool and right up my alley. When you started, you had to let go of the bowling ball and you had about 10.5 seconds to get to the very end where 2 targets would disappear-ish.
Yeah, I'm coming. If clear, hammer down and hold stuff. You're running so fast. Bye.
Bra finish av långt clear.
If clear, hammer down, hold stuff.
Bing, bing.
Ping, ping.
That's the good sound.
Stand by. If you're finished on low and so clear.
Yep, another mic, and this is by far the dumbest of them all. Nice try, it's the other one you missed.
Are you ready? Stand by. And then clear. If clear, hammer down. Hold stuff. Range is clearing. Your time 5-4.
So this was our last stage. It was so cool and pretty symbolic to finish off Poland 360 with a 360 stage. There were no safety angles. Of course you had to watch out for the RO, but other than that, have at it. The match is over. I'm a little bit spent, so I'm just gonna head home. Nothing to see here, so I'll talk to you when I get home. So while driving back, I got the results, and oh my God, it couldn't have been closer. 2.3 points overall is the difference between me and the winner. Yeah, I got second place. For people that don't understand, you can see we have 1,850 points. 2.3 points, that is as close as it possibly can be. Initially, I wasn't happy about this result, but when I woke up the next day with a clear mind, I understood that this was the kick in the pants that I needed to really start taking my training serious. I haven't been training at all, only dry firing a little bit, so I can't expect to just show up and be giving a win. Let's move on to my final thoughts on this match. Before we do that, let's have a quick look at how much I spent on this trip. It does affect my opinion about the match overall just a little bit. So here are my final thoughts on Polish 360. I've spoken with a lot of people both on the range and then after, so it's not just my opinions, but it will be through my eyes and it will be my head on the block. But let's get to it. Let's start from the best to the worst. The best, no arguing about it. There's nobody that had a problem with this. The range itself is amazing. It's an awesome range, it's huge, the area is awesome, the bays are nice. 10 out of 10, I will go there every chance that I get. I love everything about it. Even just Poland itself is an amazing country to just go for a short stay. The food is great, the beers are awesome, everything is cheap. What's not to like? Best of all, if you know, you know. Now, next point, stages. This is more where it comes down to personal preference. What type of shooting do you like? So we can't really talk about that as much. I will give you my opinion. I really enjoyed the stages overall. I think there was a good mix between the different types of shooting. Now let's move on to what's not personal preference, and that's the build quality of the stages. I don't expect a personal carpenter to come out and hand carve everything. That's not what we're speaking about. We're speaking about just building the stage good enough that it doesn't affect the overall quality of the competition. And let's take the bowling stage, for example, because I think that's the perfect example of build quality that affects the competition. Because when you have a wall that falls down that is just net, you have absolutely no way of seeing if the shooter shoots through the net. And I know personally people that shot through and still got the score. That is not okay. That actually ruins the competition. If you look at my score, that is the perfect example of how important it is to get the score absolutely perfect. When you also have ROs, and that's the next point, when you also have ROs that don't really care that much. You have an RO on the bowling stage that is too slow to follow the shooter, can't see what the shooter is doing, and then when they score, they don't really care about scoring accurately. Twice I had to correct ROs from scoring a Charlie as a Delta. I mean, you don't have to shoot long before you know that there's no Delta at top of the target, okay? Twice. I'm not even that good at like checking my own score. So it could have happened. I'm not gonna say that it did. I'm completely over the score. That ties into the next point, the ROs. I had a short conversation with the match organizer, and I understand that there was some problems getting ROs for the match, and that was quite clear, let's just say that. I don't want to be too harsh, but this is more for the ROs themselves. If you choose to show up to a level 3, at least know the basic rules. Please, for the love of God, please. This ties in to the amount of money that I spend on this trip. For me, these kind of trips are small holidays. I go there to have a good time, to enjoy it. I really, really enjoy the competition. If I show up and the RO doesn't really care too much and the scoring is just like whatever, I think that's very disrespectful to the shooter that actually takes the time and the money to show up to a big match like this. We do pay a lot of money to attend these matches. I do expect people to just care a little bit. I'm on RO myself. If you come to a match where I'm the RO, it's like you show up at my shop. You're my customer. I will do everything I can to make sure that you have a good time. Even though I might be tired, it might have been a long day, it might be hot. That's not your problem. It's me that chose to be there. So I gotta say, the ROs, they were super nice. They were smiling, happy. There was nothing Nothing wrong with that. It was just a general lack of not really caring too much. And if you get people to come help you patch, younger people, that's totally fine. No problems with that. But don't rely 100% on what they say. I corrected one. I clearly shot 2 deltas and a Charlie. They scored it 2 deltas. I called the RO while we were having a conversation about this target. A younger person just came along, passed the target and just left. And I was just standing there like, what the fuck? Now we can't even prove it. So yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Another small criticism I have for the match, it would be nice if there was some food. Or at least the option to buy some food or some drinks. It wasn't too hot yet, but later on, if you have a match where it's really hot, there has to be some kind of way where you can buy at least some water. That is definitely something where I see people that care about their match, they just go that extra little step and it just feels nicer. In summary, I enjoyed the match. It was good. I give it a passing grade because I understand that most of the problems were related to the lack of manpower. Why that is, I'm not gonna speak to that. I don't know. I really don't care. I just want to shoot a good match. If they have another match, I will come back. I'm standing here in front of my trophy from Sweden 360. This match was freaking awesome. I loved it. That year I shot, I don't know, 10 plus, maybe 15. I shot 8 level 3s in a row. This was the second last one I shot. It was that year at least top 2. The stages was awesome. They had some huge ones. They have some cool ones. I absolutely love it. So that just tells me that the match organizers, he can make some very, very good matches. That's why I give it a passing grade, because they clearly had some manpower problems in Poland, and that's unfortunate. Let's hope it gets better in the future. That's all I can say. This sums up my very first video. I'm not gonna lie, it was not easy for me to make it. Just standing here speaking to the camera, it's something I have to get used to. I really hope that you're gonna stick around. I'm already packing for my next match. I'm gonna leave in a couple of days and I'm definitely gonna record more. And I've learned so much just editing this video. It took over a week just to edit this video because I have to learn everything from the ground up, and I will definitely do better in the future. So please stick around, follow me, give me a like. There will be so much more stuff. Hey, you want these targets with the feet? Yeah, they're coming. A gun with a new paint job. Want to know more about that? Stick around.